On the following two slides, we will go through an example of CO2 calculation and aid funding in the trucking groupage according to DIN standard 16258. Similar to the previous example of a declaration installation, we will again use an Excel-based help resources for our example here. As a model, we will simulate an emission calculation of a groupage, and for this, we have to establish the following instructions first. On the table here, you can see that field background are colored in. The blue fields represent the so-called output fields, while yellow fields are our fields. For the calculation of the tank-to-wheel greenhouse gas emissions, or GT, we need to consider the following values. This includes the actual leg itself. In the groupage, we found three sections: the flow, the main run, and the run. As an additional value, we have the VOS groupage, which means the collecting tour or forward, the long distance transport or main run, and the delivery tour or overrun. In addition to the VOS, there is the FVOS, which is the total fuel consumption of the VOS. The next value would be the GT. This value indicates the tank-to-wheel GHG emission of the consumed fuel. As a fifth value, we must mention the GVOS, which represents the tank-to-wheel greenhouse gas emissions of VOS. The TVOS value, however, is based on the transport activity of the VOS on a partial section. The last two values, T and S, then, respectively, stand for the transport activity of a transport service on a flight stage, or T, and for the factor of determining the energy and emission proportions of a partial section of a transport service VOS. This percentage is based on the relative proportions of the transport activity of a part of the journey and its associated VOS. On the next slide, we will see a corresponding table which already contains all the points we'd listed here.